Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, December 8th. Now, we have a couple of meetings to tell you about. At 1:30 this afternoon, we have the GRF Community Activities Committee, and that will be in the boardroom. And then at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we have the United Resident Advisory Committee, and that will be in the Elm Room. Now, on our show today, we have Dr. Mickey Karam, and he is here on behalf of the California Center for Pelvic Health and Sexual Wellness. And he is going to tell us about some technology that is provided by Axonics. Then we have the Fit Brain Club of Laguna Woods with Dan Daly and Sunshine Lute, who have a meeting that's coming up here shortly in the next few days, and they want to tell you all about who is going to be appearing. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, after that rain we had yesterday, we are looking at beautiful clear skies today. We are looking at a temperature of 65.44, just beautiful and clear out today, 62.51, 61.54, and then the showers hit us starting very early Sunday morning in around 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we've got showers that are going to go into Monday, 60.43. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:43. And our sunset will be at 4:43. And so, you know, it's kind of dark when you leave work, or, you know, when you get up in the morning, it's nice and bright. So it works out really well. All right, when we come back, we'll have Dr. Mickey Karam, so stick around.
Hi, my name is Rhonda Plains. I'm from Fullerton, California. I absolutely love Dr. V. I am very happy to drive from Fullerton to Laguna Woods. I was having an issue with my vision. There was strobe light going off in my eye. Dr. Vias was able to get me in to see him the next day. Once I met him and he diagnosed the problem with my eye, I felt very comfortable with him, and I'm just really happy that I found him.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Hi, I'm Vince Ferragamo. I spent some of my best years as an NFL quarterback, but today I've got a new team, and we're helping seniors who spent their best years fighting for our country, defending our freedom, and informing the nation. Our hometown heroes need help. AgeWell Senior Services is their lifeline. Nonprofit AgeWell can do all of this because you care enough to give. Please join me in supporting AgeWell. Donate today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials, at 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio, or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Pacific Cremation Services offers you the ultimate freedom to become one with the salty breezes and brilliant sunset reflections. A scattering at sea is a unique, beautiful way to honor the life of anyone who chooses to be cremated. We help you plan the details and understand what to expect. Choose from our 3 simple plans and let us help you start the process of healing and life celebration. Contact us at pacificcremationservices.com to create a personalized service at sea today.
Overactive bladder? I've been there. I also used to plan my days around finding a bathroom and fear of an embarrassing bladder accident. You're not alone, and you don't have to live like this. I don't. I found real relief with Axonics therapy, a proven non-drug solution, and I got my life back. Ask a bladder specialist if Axonics therapy is right for you and to discuss potential risks. Results and experiences may vary. Your life is waiting.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Mickey Karam here on behalf of the California Center for Pelvic Health and Sexual Wellness. Welcome. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Now, that is an awful lot to cover in your title, and you also are collaborating with Axonics, so you have a relationship with them with some technology that we'll talk about later. But before we get into that, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm a OBGYN by training, and then I did extra training in what we now call female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery, or what's commonly called urogynecology. Okay. I basically deal with women who have very, very common problems that unfortunately are not talked about much. We call these pelvic floor disorders. And in a nutshell, you could categorize them into sort of 5 subgroups. It's bladder issues, which is the main topic for today, bowel problems, defecation disorders, problems with pelvic organ support. Ironically, many women, as they age and have vaginal deliveries, they lose support of their tissue and they develop something called prolapse. Female sexual dysfunction, which again is something that's not talked about a lot, which is very, very prevalent. And then finally, a variety of pelvic pain disorders. But the topic today is around a very, very common problem called urinary incontinence, or basically a woman that loses the ability to appropriately control her bladder.
Right.
And to put it in perspective, we spend probably close to $3 billion a year on adult protective wear for women. Ugh. One study has shown that by the year 2025, there's going to be more adult diapers sold than baby diapers. So it's a huge problem. Yeah. Women are suffering in silence, and it's great to have an opportunity to hopefully let people know that they don't have to suffer in silence. There are a lot of solutions.
So then your center in particular covers all of the things that you just mentioned? We
cover all of those, those sort of 5 categories, and again, extremely prevalent problems that are quality of life problems. You're not going to live and die by these things, but they can certainly impact your quality of life.
Well, exactly, and especially if you were an active woman, for instance, you know, playing tennis, and we have lots of people who play tennis and play pickleball. The last thing you want to do is have to run off the court because of these types of issues. Absolutely,
and even things like toilet mapping. You'd be amazed how many women will not go somewhere unless they know where every toilet is. And you know, we're going to talk about a condition called an overactive bladder, which is this sort of, you know, out of the blue, sudden loss of large amounts of urine, which is devastating. And there's all these comorbidities. You socially isolate yourself, you become depressed, you gain weight, and et cetera, et cetera.
So we have a document that we'd like to show, and you refer to it as care pathway. What does that mean?
So a care pathway is basically a pathway that describes how you should manage a problem. And you start off with, as you can see here, the first and foremost important thing to do is don't be shy about talking to your doctor or your healthcare provider, because again, we've got to get out of the state of having people think that this is a normal part of aging. It's not, and we as physicians are very guilty of that. It's like, you know, the old school was, oh, come on, Mrs. Smith, you're 60 years old. What? You know, these things happen, and it shouldn't be that way. So the first thing is make somebody aware of it, and then you try and quantitate the severity of the state from a quality of life standpoint. And simple education, you know, teaching a woman that they don't need to drown themselves with water. This idea that you need to drink 8 glasses of water every day. And again, if there's a reason, if you're on a diet or if you're taking certain things that require that, that's fine. But you don't need to drown yourself in water. And the bladder is really almost like a poorly disciplined child. The more you give into it, the more it takes advantage of you. So things like bladder training, teaching a patient how to appropriately use her pelvic floor muscles, the Kegel, because these are deep muscles, they're hard to isolate, so women think they're Kegeling and they're really not a lot. So these are the basic things. And then this specific pathway is for what we call overactive bladder, which is where the bladder muscle that should be voluntary becomes involuntary. It starts to contract when you're at the mall or shopping, and all of a sudden you're in a race with your bladder. So there are medicines for that, and so you can start with some medicines. Unfortunately, the medicines have some side effects. They can be very, very expensive, but They work well in some patients, and that's kind of the next step of that.
Yeah.
And then after that, you get into the more specific things that Axonics works with.
Okay.
And that's a specific neuromodulation device
Yeah.
that has just been life-changing for so many women, and we'll come back to that.
Well, and that it looks amazing, so we will come back to that. So let's talk about the SUI and Bulkamid treatment. What is that?
Yeah, so in general, if a woman who is otherwise neurologically intact, which 99% of the people watching they are, and they have a problem with bladder control, it's going to be one of three things. It's going to be either stress urinary incontinence, which has nothing to do with emotional stress. Stress urinary incontinence is when you leak urine and your abdominal pressure rises. So it's leakage with a cough, with a sneeze, exercising, jumping, running. The pressure that's created overcomes the outlet resistance of the urethral tube, which we're going to show in a second, and you leak urine. The other big player is what we were just talking about, an overactive bladder. Totally different problem. That's the bladder muscle that's contracting involuntarily and pushing urine out of the bladder.
Okay.
And then the third category is when the two coexist. So we're going to start off by talking about stress incontinence.
Now, in regards to what you just mentioned, stress incontinence. Now, you mentioned Axonics. Is that a product that you use for that?
Very commonly, I use a product. It's called Bulkamid, and it's a bulking agent. So this little urethral tube that's lost its resistance gets bulked up, just the way a woman would bulk up her lips with collagen. We bulk up the urethral tube to create resistance. It's a very simple procedure. It's done without any anesthesia. There's no downtime. The patient can literally drive herself there and drive herself home.
Okay.
And the success rates have been phenomenal. So this has been a fantastic advent to our armamentarium, because prior to that, all we had was pelvic floor physical therapy or a surgical intervention, which involves a mesh sling that's a permanent implant.
Right.
So you have millions of women that are sitting in idle that they haven't got the success they like with physical therapy, but they're really not ready to go for a surgery yet. So, so this has been a fantastic addition to our ability to treat stress incontinence.
Tell me how long it's been around.
So it's ironically been around since 2008 or 9. I was actually involved in the initial FDA trial at that time. It then was purchased by a company in Europe. They never pursued FDA clearance in the United States. It's been used in Europe now for 15 years.
Wow.
It's the #1 treatment in the UK and parts of Australia and New Zealand. It became FDA approved in the United States in 2020.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, here's a question for you.
Sure.
How often does insurance cover something like this?
Insurance does cover it.
It does or does not?
It does cover it.
Oh, it does?
It does, 100%.
It's a miracle because, sometimes you get all these great ideas.
So the good news is bulking agents have been around since the mid-90s. Unfortunately, these other agents didn't have the durability and were just kind of salvage therapy. And now we have a treatment that really is a primary treatment for this problem, and it is fully covered by insurance.
So tell me how it works.
So
I know you said it enlarges or bulks it up. What does that mean?
Basically, if this is the opening of the urethral tube to the bladder, you put a small scope in and you create cushions right at the inner part of the urethral tube, and it just creates resistance. And the difference is that these cushions maintain their volume over time. And that's how this is differentiated from previous bulking agents.
Okay.
It has durability.
And do you have to have it done again at some point?
So sometimes you do. About 30% of patients will have what we call a top-up, or because we inject them, and if they say, I'm 80% better, we bring them back and inject a little bit more. And again, that's covered by insurance as well.
Fantastic.
But again, I did the initial trial 12, 15 years ago, and we've seen patients that have had durability for 5 and 10 years with this.
That is awesome. And where is your location? Where are you guys located?
We're in Corona Del Mar.
In Corona Del Mar, and that's the California
Center for Pelvic Health and Sexual Wellness.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the information. I think you guys are going to get a lot of calls.
Well, let's hope so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. If you want more information about the center as well as Axonics treatments, you can certainly go to the website that is on your screen. We'll be right back.
Your first day of retirement. What will you wake up to? Freedom? Time? Adventure? Your ideal retirement doesn't just have to come alive in your dreams. Awaken to your new reality. Awaken your spirit, your vision. It's not a dream. It's your next chapter, your future, and it's in reach. Next generation retirement doesn't happen by accident. Plan for your bright future. Awaken to what's possible.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there's something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Now at LA Carpet & More, you can transform your old bath into a new walk-in bathtub or shower in as little as 2 days. Plus, save 50% off and get 5 years 0% financing. It's easy, affordable, and fast. With 35 years in business and serving over 300,000 satisfied customers. Call 800-684-4100 for an appointment or visit one of our showrooms.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
How do you comfort a family who's experienced a loss? At O'Connor Mortuary, we start by welcoming them into our space, where families of all faiths and cultures belong. We allow them the time to process their grief, providing guidance when it's needed and listening intently when it's not. We gather the values, the stories, the relationships, and the dreams together and use them to shape the memory of their loved one into a beautiful experience they'll cherish forever. When your family is in need of true comfort, call O'Connor Mortuary.
Welcome back. Well, we have Dan Daly and Sunshine Lute here on behalf of the Fit Brain Club. Well, welcome both of you. Nice to see you again this week. She's just getting all of your activities done in 1 week because we have sad news, but good for you. You've got a real fun opportunity, so excellent. So we've got another meeting coming up for the Fit Brain Club, and you know, that's coming up very soon, Monday. You guys always slip right in a few days beforehand, and this looks like a good one too, so tell me about it.
Well, I'll tell you about the meeting first. We're going to be at Clubhouse 1 in the art room. This is, like you said, on Monday, December the 12th at 10 o'clock a.m. It's free. Just sign in as you come in at the table. And representatives like this wonderful guy here will be there to answer any questions you have. Or if he doesn't know, he'll get you an answer. He promises.
Yes, he does.
Exactly. And our sponsor is Adapt to It. They provide light refreshments. And then this is the last time I will be here for the Fit Brain Club because we have a brand new president.
Yes, you do.
Grace Carpenter is going to be the president, and she has found a wonderful helper who has good experience in healthcare and is technically capable.
Perfect. Well, that's a good thing, you know, because we operate all with computers these days, and you have to be somewhat computer savvy, you know, to be able to get the information out there. So, So you are moving on to do other things, which we are so happy for you. How exciting! Spending a lot of time with family and traveling.
I plan to do that.
I think, you know what, you should do that, right? I mean, that's going to keep your brain healthy.
I'm going to try.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Dan, tell me about who the speaker is and what they're going to be covering.
Okay, before I do that, I do have to congratulate Sunshine on she did a tremendous job that she's done as the president of the Fit Brain Club, and prior to that, the Alzheimer's Club. And she's been a very strong, successful partner to Alzheimer's Orange County. So you're going to be missed, my dear. Believe me.
I would hug you, but I'm on TV.
You can hug him after.
The speaker today will be, or next week will be Tracy Bell. Okay. And Tracy's a colleague of mine. She works at the Helpline Services as a coordinator there. And she's been with Alzheimer's Orange County for about 2 years now.
All right.
And she'll be talking about the 6 pillars of health, brain health. And she's very adaptive as far as learning new topics and new programs. And she'll be very effective.
Okay. And you know, technology has changed quite a bit over years, and there's lots of different things that they provide you to help with these types of issues. For instance, we had talked a little bit about my dad being isolated, and how many people here have been so isolated over the last couple of years with COVID, and sometimes they're still afraid right now to go out. So there's tons of lack of socialization.
Right. She'll touch upon the socialization, which is so important. Unlike a lot of people that were affected by COVID, they were totally isolated, and that was the worst thing that could have happened to these people, and it's very unfortunate. And I think that led to a lot of deaths that occurred, not only in Orange County, but throughout the U.S. Right. She'll also talk about diet and exercise. Okay. And she'll talk about the consistency of exercise that should be a minimum 3 days a week and a minimum of 45 minutes to maybe an hour.
Okay.
And you don't have to, we don't recommend running in a marathon, but any kind of walking, gardening, any hobby, anything that's going to increase the blood flow to the brain.
Exactly.
Very important.
And like you said, it doesn't have to be strenuous. You could be gardening, but that's, can be, up and down, you're moving, you're carrying things, and all of that contributes to steps.
Oh,
moving,
yeah. Right.
Moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then there's also other ways that you can exercise. If you have issues with balance and stability, you can always do a chair exercise, but you're still moving, which is great. Well, that's good. I'm glad that she's going to be doing that and covering all those things, because there is a path that you sort of need to take, right? Because you want to be able to help people with these types of issues.
And she'll also talk about sleep in regards to brain health.
Okay.
As you sleep, everybody has a protein in their brain. It's called beta amyloid. And amyloid is the vehicle that carries the plaque to the brain. So as you sleep, the amyloid is exiting from your brain. And that's very important. So minimum of 6 hours to 8 hours of sleep.
However, with people who have Alzheimer's and dementia, their sleep patterns are disrupted.
Oh, sure. It's not unusual for them to wake up after 2 hours, toss and turn for an hour, then go back to sleep. Right. And it's not a sound sleep pattern.
Well, excellent. Well, I appreciate both of you being here. Thank you very much for the information. And good luck to you and all of your adventures. Send us some pictures. All right.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you.
And happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays
and to everybody.
Happy holidays.
If you want more information about the meeting that's coming up, or if you just have questions about Alzheimer's, you can always go to fitbrain.us or alzoc.org. We'll be right back.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
I'm an entrepreneur and have been struggling with staying focused on tasks. I needed something to help me with focus and memory and have found the holy grail of multivitamins. MindSense One has removed my brain fog and now I have better clarity and can focus on tasks and remember names and places much better. MindSense One helps support the 8 indicators of brain health.
Purchase at mindsense.info or available at these fine retailers.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
Welcome back. A couple of announcements. So Sherman Gardens this weekend is having a 1,000 lights, night of 1,000 lights. It's going to be this weekend, December 9th through the 11th, and then the following weekend, the 15th through the 22nd. If you want more information, just go on to their website, thesherman.org. Then Dana Point is having their boat parade this weekend, so if you want to go check that out, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be on the 9th from 7 to 10, and then Saturday and Sunday, 6 to 9 p.m. And it's called Surfin' USA. If you want to see the parade route, go to their website, danapointharbor.com. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Gorgeous skies today, and for the next couple of days, we aren't going to be seeing any clouds until next probably Saturday time frame, but we are looking at a beautiful 65-44, 62-51, 61-54. Then the rain comes in very early, 60-46 and 60-43. You can always rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5 right here on Village Television, Monday through Saturday, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Village Television, subscribe, and you will always get a notification of the latest update. Have a great day in the Village. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.